What is up? And welcome back to the YouTube vlog number 7 of this off-season series. It's Thursday the 15th of January and week number 3 of 2026. Back at home now after being away up in Auckland for a week. Only back for 3 days before we head back up north, up the coast of New Zealand to a wedding for the weekend. So making the most of these 3 days at home, getting in some good training sessions and getting my sleep back on track, and also fixing my gut health, because it did take a little bit of a hit being away and having all those off-plan meals. Definitely stuffed up my gut biome, so working my best to fix that, get that back on track. My weight is sort of sitting around the 82 mark, which is good because visuals are getting better in my opinion, and conditioning is staying the same. Not putting on any excess body fat. Currently doing my morning steps. I like to do about 1,000 to 2,000 in the morning just to get things going. It's just a really good habit to get into every morning, get some morning movement, and just helps me start the day off on the right foot, out of bed, and helps me get focused for what needs to happen during the day. Today will probably just be a little bit of a day in the life, along with a training walkthrough. I have pull and delts on the cards today, so I'll record every exercise and then I'll walk you guys through everything and all the cues I use throughout the workout afterwards. So I'm going to finish my morning steps and then go make my meal number 1, which will probably be my pre-workout meal. So I'll see you very soon. We have meal number 1. As always, 100 grams of cream and rice, 30 grams of whey, 75 grams of raspberries with 20 grams of 90% dark chocolate with my black coffee and my morning supplements. So same as every other meal number 1 you've seen me eat. I'll give you a quick taste test. Absolutely peak. I'm going to chuck on some YouTube and then chill out for a bit before I head to the gym. So I'll pick you back up again. I'll see you very soon.
Up, down, left, right. Clap your hands late all night.
Just pulled up to the gym. Lovely summer's day once again in Wellington, as you could probably guess. Pissing down with rain and cold as fuck. Never thought I'd be wearing hoodies and sweatpants to the gym in the middle of summer. Anyway, I thought I'd just touch on something I think is very important while working out, and that is the use of intra-carbs. Today for me is a couple roll-ups. Just needs to be a couple squares bars, can be rice-based preferably, something easy digesting, can be some lollies, or like these roll-ups. It's pretty much just like a big lolly, to be fair. About 12 grams of carbs in each, so I had 2 of those about halfway through my workout. Just helps top up my carbs as you go through your workout and use up a lot of those carbs from your pre-workout meal. It just helps keep the energy there, just tops you up, especially when your workouts are getting up into that 90 minutes in length. It is good just to have something in the middle of your workout to help performance, to stop your performance from declining towards the end of your workout. So keep that in mind, definitely something I've learnt. I'm going to get into the gym because my pre-workout is kicked in and I'm buzzing, so I'm going to get in there and I'll see you guys afterwards. Peace. Post-workout meal going in. We have 150 grams of jasmine rice, 150 grams of chicken breast, and 50 grams of tomato. I'll give you a quick look. Doesn't look the best, but does the job. Also have my digestion pill with some kombucha, because gut health is very important and I'm trying to get mine back on track. So kombucha, probiotics, helps with the live bacteria in your gut and all that good stuff. So definitely recommend kombucha. I'm gonna put on some YouTube, finish this meal. I'll see you very soon. Here we have meal number 4. Sitting at a different desk today because the other one is being used. But we have 150 grams of raw weight jasmine rice, 150 grams of chicken breast with 50 grams of veg, and capsicum with 25 grams of no sugar barbecue sauce on the top with, of course, no sugar Sprite. And that is the meal. I will give you a taste test quickly. Have the anabolic lighting set up. Barbecue sauce, not as good as tea sauce, but damn near almost as good. I got a fresh cut too. As I've said before, I'm going to a wedding on Saturday, so it's Thursday now. I got a haircut yesterday, because all the boys know that your haircut always needs a few days to marinate before the day you got it for. So as always, got my digestion aid. Nothing better than that sound. Fuck. For all of you guys going through prep or starting your prep for the competition season this year, one hack I used through my prep, not that I'm a professional or anything, but if you are low on calories at night or something, are really struggling, just go get a Coke Zero, Sprite Zero, satisfies your sweet tooth, and 0 calories. So little cheat code. I know it sounds simple and obvious, but helped me a lot get through those tough times, definitely near the end of prep. But I'm going to tuck into this and then I'll run you through my workout today. See you soon. Okay, so as you all know, I did back and delts at the gym today. It's sort of my weakness day, as we are trying to bring up my back and top line sort of thing to really add that thickness to stand out on the stage. But anyway, let's get right into it. So starting off with these single arm lat pull downs. Not overextending at the top, because that top half of stretch doesn't actually get you any extra stimulus to the lat. So stopping at that range there is all you need to get the most out of this movement. My goal is to keep my elbow as close to my body as possible and really driving it through to the ground, tucking that elbow in nice and close to the body, and as always keeping intensity very high. And to the other side, you can see from this angle my wrist as a supinated grip. Just helps your elbow get nice and close to the body. With these unilateral movements, you want to train your weak side first, but also train both sides to failure. So even if it is 9 on your weak side and 10 on your strong, make sure you are training them to failure. Moving on to dumbbell bent over rows. This exercise has taken me a while to get used to. I wouldn't say I'm fully used to it, but definitely feeling better and better each week, and that's definitely carrying across to the movement itself and the progress I'm seeing from it. So with these, you want a slight bend at the knees, just to take the hamstrings out of it. A little bit of momentum is alright, as you will need to now near the end to reach full failure. We've sort of added them in to bring up my erectors, as they are lacking weak point, just to take away the stability of a machine and sort of let that weight hang off my back and put a lot of stress on those erectors and lower back. If your erectors and lower back is one of your weak points, this movement will make you feel like a little bitch to start with, which is what I'm currently going through. It's getting better week by week. Just the feeling of heavy weight literally hanging off your back. It's not a nice feeling, it feels awkward. So something to try if that is one of your weak points. Moving on to these unilateral horizontal lat row. Here once again, not overstretching, because you're not going to get any extra stimulus from that extra stretch. And in my opinion, just going to cause yourself more fatigue. Your wrist should be supinated to get your elbows nice and close to your rib cage, and you want to drive your elbow almost on a downward angle. Another thing to note here is you want your forearm or the line of your arm straight back. You don't want to be pulling sort of down on that angle and having almost like a V, because it just puts unwanted strain on your bicep, which isn't the main purpose of this exercise. It is to target the lats. During this movement, unilaterally instead of bilaterally, allows you to get in the optimal position for each side and really allows you to move your body to allow your elbows and your wrist position to come nice close to your body to really target your lats. It also allows us to create a better brace, which then allows us to produce more force and lift more weight, placing more stimulus on the muscle, overall making it a more effective movement to get the results we want out of our training. Once again with this, we are starting with our weak side, training to failure, and then changing over to the other side and going to failure again. Another thing to note too is when you are training unilaterally, you can rest for 2 to 3 minutes between each arm. You don't have to go one arm after the other straight away, because when you think about it, if you rest that 2 to 3 minutes between each arm, you're allowing yourself to come back down, fully rest, and then go give it your all that next side. Moving on to cable wire raise to target your traps, upper traps. Love this movement. You want to set the bench up at about 60 degrees and use cuffs on this movement. That is a must, use cuffs. You'll not be able to generate as much force when you're holding a handle as to using cuffs. You'll be stopping just above your knees, feeling that stretch in your upper traps, and then pulling your arms right up and feeling that squeeze right up in this upper trap area. Getting your setup correct is everything with these exercises, especially on the cables, because any little change in your setup can take out the exercise and therefore change your performance even from week to week. So getting your setup nailed week in, week out is a key factor in progressing in a lot of these movements. Moving on to this machine high row, targeting our upper back area. Now ideally with this machine, to further isolate my upper back, I would have my elbows a little bit of a higher angle. They're sort of sitting at a 45 to 60 degree at the moment, where I'd like them a touch higher just to further isolate the upper back. But due to this machine being quite narrow and I have long arms, so I can't sort of get a grip wide enough even if I do use those top handles. I sort of, as I was saying before, come in and start pulling off my bicep. So I've sort of found this position where it works best and I do feel it in my upper back. So this will do for now. Key point here is really feeling that stretch and then pulling straight back with your elbows. Once again, keeping your forearm and elbow joints stacked and not allowing it to sort of create a V, so you pull with your bicep. Keeping your chest on the pad here, there is no need to sort of bring your chest off and really overextend because once again you're not getting any extra stimulus from that overextending. Moving on to some pressing. We have Smith machine high incline press. Key points to note here is having your wrist and elbow joints stacked down the bottom of the movement. So when you're coming down, you are stacking them vertically. They're not like this or like that. Your strongest wrists and elbows are stacked vertically, keeping the movement nice and controlled, not bouncing out of the bottom. So really controlling that bottom and then back up, really driving your elbows together. You'll notice my shoulder blades are retracted on the bench to really allow me to drive through this top line here. Getting yourself in a really strong brace position with your feet, plant your feet into the ground, allows you to produce more force and helps you to really fight for those extra reps at the end. I also did a rear delt fly and a lateral raise machine, which I didn't film because the gym was getting quite busy, so I thought I'd just leave it at that, but I'll chuck some post-workout visuals up on the screen. Looking very good, very happy, sitting around that 82 kg mark as I said this morning, progressing every gym session, which is what we want. Remember, the increase in load and you getting stronger comes from you performing movements, the same movements week in, week out with excellent execution and really pushing your limits each week. Just being smart on the way you train hard obviously. So that is that, my back and delts session. 3 key things to note. Execution, number 1, that should always be number 1, execution. Load will always be second to execution. Remember, you want to get stronger from your muscles getting bigger, from you growing. And as bodybuilders, that's our goal. So execution should always be number 1. Key number 2, train hard. We want to be training to pretty much 0 reps in reserve. Not pushing for any half reps or anything that will take away from the rest of the session, but training to that 0 reps in reserve where you won't be able to get another full good rep with perfect execution. That's where you want to cut it. Every set, every exercise, training to that failure and training fucking hard, not just going through the movements because we want to, because we have to, but actually training like we want to put on some fucking muscle. Key number 3 is record your sets. Record your exercises. I'm not saying every workout record, but just every now and then, just to check on your form, because there's a lot of times I'm thinking, yeah, my form is perfect. It's feeling real good. Record it, look it back at it, it's shit. It's complete dog shit. So by recording it, just allows you to reassess how your execution is and how you're taking out the exercise, and just to make any adjustments if needed. Because no matter what level lifter you are, there is always room to improve in the gym, and the way you carry out exercises, there's always room to learn, there's always room to get better. So record your exercises. So that's that. If there's anything I've missed or anything you can add, chuck it in the comments. Always prepared to learn more and get better, because that's the goal in life, isn't it? Get better every day. And I will pick you back up for my final meal of the day, the best meal of the day, cream of rice. I will see you in a bit. Time for the final meal before bed. None other. 100 grams cream of rice, 60 grams of whey, 20 grams of dark chocolate, and 20 grams of almond butter. Appetite is flying at the moment. I'm still hungry after this. 30 minutes after this, I will be hungry again. It's a good thing to be hungry. Sets you up for a long off season and means your body is responsive. So the time is 9:30, sort of my final meal time, an hour before bed. I'm going to do the rest of my steps, which is about 800 steps. I save some steps for after my last meal, just to help it digest before bed, so it's not sitting in my stomach as I'm sleeping. Nighttime sups have been taken. It's been a pretty chill day today. Weather has been pretty average for summer. But what can you do? Follow the Instagram to keep up to date with everything. And that is that. I think this is gonna wrap up the video. Vlog number 7 of this off-season series. Almost at 10 already. Shit, time is flying. Before I go, I'll give you a quick taste test. That's it from me. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more, and I will see you next vlog. Peace out.